said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Vols will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Kendricks. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's a draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Off the play fake. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. this is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this,
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Crosby.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Fox. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Floating away. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Looking for space. It's Crosby. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll off one deep down the left side.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Lining up to convert third down. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Pressure coming. That's reeled in. It's Henderson. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Well, I don't get this decision, but they've got their punt team on the field on second down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looks as if he's going to run it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Big Orange offense on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum.
There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
And the Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Trying play action. Throwing right. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 20. He's at the touchdown ball. And they turn it into a defensive score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play.
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Kendricks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Okay, ready? Cookie.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Kendricks. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it on the outside.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on 1 play.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Dangerous screen into traffic. And they pick up just a few on that completion. One more time on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Finds him out of the backfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the ground with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Fox. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll leave it with the lone back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Punts it out of the air. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Pulls it in. It's Doyle. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking for a man. It's Fox. He makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Doyle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Vols are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the stomping has commenced.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA in a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, any way against just about any opponent. A busy day in CUSA and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw again. This time it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Sun Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
On the ready. On the ready. Stand.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Fires to the big fella. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And Sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The sure hands, it's Crosby. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
On 4th down, going to the air. Here's the pressure. Fires on the move. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Give to the single back. He breaks a tackle. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the pummeling has started.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
38, Arizona State, 15.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
Makes the catch. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down for this offense. They're going to run it. Breaks the tackle. And runs through another guy. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Going to sling it on second down. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll send the back in motion. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Sun Devils pounding the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long.
Ready up! Ready!
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown ball. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to find his man in the middle. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the ranking. Oh, he's got some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle, safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The deficit is huge, this one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Crosby. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
59, Arizona State, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. on the option. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. And the quarterback takes a knee. Coming into this one,